Hey everybody, it's Jeremy Bradley here, and it's time for the Speak Free Books Entertainment Wrap-Up presented by BuffBoyBrewing.com.
JB's Entertainment Wrap-Up.
Brought to you by BuffBoyBrewing.com. Need your daily or hourly fix of fresh-flavored coffee? Check out Buff Boy Brewing Company for unique blends from around the world. International tastes with the finest roasts at BuffBoyBrewing.com. Here's what's making news this August 29th. Earlier this month, we talked about Jessie J heading back to hospital related to her ongoing health struggles. Now, the singer has canceled her concert tour in the US this fall as her battles continue, which includes a second surgery, though it's unclear what it's related to. She said, quote, "This falls in the middle of the tour I had booked. I'm so sorry. I feel frustrated and sad, but I need to be better. I need to be healed," end quote. Earlier this year, Jessie had a mastectomy and breast reconstruction. Then, 6 weeks later, she was back in hospital for an infection with fluid in her lungs. Now, as I just said, we don't know what this next surgery is, but we've heard that her European dates have been rescheduled to next April, so we're wishing her the best, of course. Now, the latest season of Netflix's With Love Meghan, which apparently is the second season, but Meghan Markle shot it with the first season. Well, it just dropped this week, and I should note that it was totally upstaged by that whole Taylor Swift engagement thing. But as we've talked about many times, the first season of the show was met with criticism from all over. People saying the Duchess is out of touch, and nobody for a second thinks that she spends as much time in the kitchen trying to be the next Martha Stewart. Markle herself has talked about the criticism in a new podcast interview, because it seems like podcasts are the only places where she can go. Nobody on actual, mainstream broadcasting wants to talk to her. She says, "I think oftentimes the negative voices are saying negative things and then secretly going home and making single skillet spaghetti. Possibly, and that's all right. They're trying to pay the bills, and that's for them to sort out if they're comfortable doing it at someone's detriment." Remember, Markle's way of life is profiting off of people's detriment, so she's always the victim, right? People are always doing her wrong. So let's get to some of those reviews, though, about this latest season, shall we? Now, while most people with taste have been critical of the show, the fiercest critics seem to be the Brits across the pond. The Guardian's Lucy Mangan called the series, quote, "so boring, so painfully contrived, so effortfully whimsical," and saying, quote, "it does become almost fascinating." The Times said Markle is a, quote, "woman in need of some cash." A commentator from The Telegraph called Markle tone-deaf, saying, quote, "the episode about cocktail making in Malibu is dedicated to the first responders and victims of the California wildfires," end quote, referring to her as Montecito Marie Antoinette. That's how we're going to end the week. All right, that's Check Out Your Celebrity Headlines for this Friday, August 29th. I'm back next week right here on the Speak Free Books Entertainment Wrap-Up presented by BuffBoyBrewing.com. Till next time, I'm Jeremy Bradley.
For a great cup of joe, there's one thing you should know. Your morning brew can also be playful. Buff Boy Brewing guys make the temperature rise, and you're sure